Bill Gates, the incredible journey from zero to the world's richest. The name Bill Gates instantly brings to mind one of the wealthiest individuals in the world and a pioneer of the technological revolution. But how did he build such a massive empire? What was the secret behind his success? Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955, in Seattle, Washington. His father was a renowned lawyer, and his mother was a board member of a bank. From a young age, Gates was exceptionally intelligent. He loved reading books, especially those related to science. However, his true passion lay in computers, a love for computers and first programming experience. In 1968, at the age of just 13, Gates encountered a computer for the first time. Back then, computers were not easily accessible. His school had brought in a computer, which was expensive and complex. But young Gates was so fascinated that while other students played outside, he spent his time in the computer lab, learning to write code. Due to his deep interest, he quickly mastered programming and, along with his friends, developed software that could automatically generate school schedules. The school authorities were so impressed that they gave him free access to the computer lab. This was the beginning of his journey into the world of software, enrolling at Harvard and the birth of Microsoft. In 1973, Bill Gates enrolled at Harvard University, where he studied mathematics and computer science. However, his mind was elsewhere. He spent more time on computer programming than on academics. One day, he came across an article in a magazine about a new computer called the Altair 8800. He realized this was the perfect opportunity to dive into the computer revolution. So, he discussed it with his close friend Paul Allen, and they decided to start their own software company. In 1975, at just 19 years old, Gates dropped out of university and, along with Paul Allen, founded Microsoft. They developed a programming language called BASIC for the Altair computer, which became their first major success. Microsoft's rapid growth and the IBM deal. Microsoft was growing fast, but the real breakthrough came in 1980 when IBM, one of the world's largest computer companies, approached them. IBM was developing a personal computer, PC, and needed an operating system. Although Microsoft didn't have one at the time, Gates saw an opportunity. Instead of turning IBM away, Gates and his team quickly found an existing operating system called QDOS, Quick and Dirty Operating System. They purchased it for $50,000, modified it, and renamed it MS-DOS. They then licensed MS-DOS to IBM rather than selling it outright. This was a game-changing move because it meant Microsoft retained control over the software while IBM used it for their computers. Soon, MS-DOS became the standard operating system for nearly all PCs. But Gates didn't stop there. He realized that the future of computing wasn't just in large corporations, but in every household. His vision was to put a computer on every desk and in every home. The launch of Windows, a revolutionary move. By the mid-1980s, using MS-DOS required typing complex commands, which made it difficult for regular users. Gates knew that for computers to reach the masses, they needed to be simpler and more user-friendly. So, in 1985, Microsoft launched Windows, a graphical user interface that allowed users to interact with computers, using a mouse instead of typing commands. It was revolutionary. At first, Windows didn't gain much traction, but Gates was persistent. He improved the system, and by 1990, Windows 3.0 was released. It became an instant success, selling millions of copies. Soon, Microsoft dominated the PC market, and Bill Gates became a billionaire at just 31 years old, making him one of the youngest self-made billionaires in history. Microsoft's monopoly and Gates becoming the world's richest person. Throughout the 1990s, Microsoft continued to grow, releasing newer versions of Windows like Windows 95, which was a massive success. By this time, almost every computer in the world was running Windows. Because of this, Gates' wealth skyrocketed. In 1995, he became the richest person in the world, with a net worth of over $12.9 billion. But Microsoft wasn't just about Windows. The company expanded into office software, launching Microsoft Office, which included Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Gates had created a monopoly, and Microsoft was at its peak. However, with success came challenges. The U.S. government accused Microsoft of unfair business practices, leading to a major antitrust lawsuit. Bill Gates' journey to success ultimately reached an unparalleled height. By the early 1990s, Microsoft's dominance had expanded, so much that after the release of Windows 95, it sold millions of copies within a few months. This success solidified Bill Gates' position as the world's richest person. However, competition kept growing. Microsoft faced allegations of monopoly practices, which became a significant challenge for the company. But Gates was strategic. He quickly understood technological shifts and capitalized on the internet revolution. In 2000, he handed over Microsoft's leadership to new executives and started focusing on the future. In 2008, he stepped away from Microsoft's daily operations and decided to dedicate a significant portion of his wealth to philanthropy. Through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, he started working to improve healthcare, education, and poverty alleviation. He believed that true success was not just about making money, but about making a difference in people's lives. Today, Bill Gates is not just a successful entrepreneur, but also a visionary who has transformed the world through technology and used his wealth to improve the lives of millions.